Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Soulight Hypnotherapy and Tarot. My name is Kirsten, and I have a new Trump related reading for you. This is, or was, supposed to be a Rudy Giuliani reading. I think it also gives some other information, but I'll try to stick to just the Giuliani portion. I wanted to do a look back at history on, hi, Noella. I wanted to do a look back or history on Giuliani and find out what went wrong. Um, but I'm not really getting too much on, not a lot of detail, just really, and then his current situation is what keeps coming up. So I'm using the Druid Craft Tarot deck. I just got these and they're really great. Hi, Shannon. And I'm also using the my Egyptian um, Sibyllus. They call the Egyptian oracle cards. Okay, and I guess you could try to get them on Amazon. All right, and also one of my Love Mafia cards from K Pisces, who's a reader here on YouTube. Check out her channel, KAY Pisces, however you spell Pisces, and she's a really cool psychic reader. And she created these cards. I don't know if she still sells them though, but they're really cool because they have all the mafia words, and it all fits in so well with the dynamic of this administration. So, what was my question? Oh, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you for hitting the like button, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for supporting the channel by becoming a Patreon subscriber. The link is in my description box. Thank you for supporting the channel financially. As you can see, I'm not getting a lot of YouTube views, so your support is essential to keep the channel going. There's a donate button on the homepage. Thank you so much for viewing, for sharing, for watching, for commenting. I love you all, and thank you to everyone who's been helping so far. All right, so we've got the Prince of Cups, which in this deck is the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Swords reversed, or sorry, the Nine of Wands reversed, and the Ten of Swords, so the Seven of Swords as an outcome card for Rudy. So past, present, future. And I'm using the Sibyllas to clarify each section. All right. So just right off, looking at the Sibyllas, the short story is, and it's going to be repetitive because the Sibyllas tend to sometimes just tell you what the situation is, and there's just a few new predictions, and I feel like this is one of those readings. Hi, Carmen. How's the weather in New York? It's really nice out here. It's a great fall. Anyway, I hope your weather is well. Um, so yeah, let's get started. Just reading the Sibyllas, we've got the Bambino, the Queen of Swords, who's called the female enemy, the Traveler, the Lunatics, which I guess now we could call them the Three Amigos, right? Since that's kind of like the word of the day. Um, I think this is Sospiri, Melancholia, and I believe this is Allegria. When I'm using this deck, sometimes I can't recall the names because it's different pictures, and I don't use this deck that often. So just reading the Sibyllas, it feels like the story is saying that um, I just feel like, just Rudy is blocked off, going to be blocked off for from travel, from most likely foreign travel soon, if he hasn't already been barred from some sort of travel. I feel like he will be pleading innocent. Um, he has no real defense. The three amigos are pointing fingers at him, and he's being set up for a fall. I think he will willingly and devotedly and loyally himself on the spikes for Trump, and that's pretty much the gist of the reading. Everything else is icing on the cake. Let's get started. Rudy wants to be a player. This is his past. Rudy wants to be a real player, to be taken serious. But nobody's taking him serious. And I feel like his dreams were bigger than what he could achieve. Nobody took him serious. Maybe he wanted to be president. I don't know. But his dreams were bigger than what he could achieve. They were greater than him and too idealistic, immature, or just not rooted in reality. And it says that right now, Rudy is acting out his true feelings, his true emotions. Okay? Now, based on these Sibyllas, some symbolism here. As you can see, she's pouring out poison on the fruit in this deck. And the innocent child could be affected by this. So you could say with these Sibyllas that they might be trying to tell the story of him having some sort of brainwashing or mind poisoning, in that in some way, shape, or form he accepted an offer in the past, an offer, an opportunity, a proposal. He was seduced. Maybe he was offered some new beginning or job position, something of value, something with so much potential for growth. And I have a feeling, because I pulled some other cards that I'm not going to show, this involved oligarch type money, okay? Um, all this to come in and save the child. And then we know Trump can be referred to as a child. All this to poison the child, the son, Biden's son, and Biden's namesake through words and slander and defamation. And a woman harms through her words and through her what do I want to say? Through her communication, through her words, the child, which in this case would be Trump. But also words and communication harm that's the son and attack the innocence of the woman's words, the validity of it, the innocence of it. So this is how Sibyllas talk. They talk in very abstract around the subject, and it talks around a lot of subjects at the same time. So just pull it all out with me as we go along, trying to show you the pictures, and you can kind of fill in the blanks. You'll know everything I said in my last two readings is coming true right now. Listen to them again, and you'll see, and it will all resonate. It's all taking place. All right, maybe I didn't call it exactly what the energy was, but the energy is playing out. Please do that and when you have the time. All right. So I feel like in addition, that this woman's words that's harmful to the child will be attacked, right? And she's a sharp, keen, foreign woman, that Vavanovich woman, some kind of vitch woman, that bitch woman, that witch woman, the witch hunt. And that's what Rudy Giuliani will be claiming, that Trump is legitimate. Legitimate. It's also saying that Giuliani is pretty much Trump's pet, because this can be your pet, his loyal dog. He'll do anything for him. He's devoted to him, which is weird, right? That's weird. A grown man, isn't he older than Trump? Devoted to Trump like this? Rudy is pretty much Trump's pet, his dog. And there's some kind of drinking issue with Rudy. I always see drinking or drugs or addiction represented around his cards. Usually gets a double card. which is a card of addictions. But the Knight of Cups can, have some issues there too. And plus, we have someone pouring out poison. So there may be some kind of drinking issue or mind poisoning or mind control. Like I said before, I saw that correlation. Okay, now Putin was in the KGB. I mean, they do all kinds of mind control experiments. Maybe this is like the Manchurian candidate shit. Maybe a lot of these people, I don't know, because I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I really can't. And I'm kind of like seeing brainwashing here, conditioning. Not trying to let Rudy off the hook or anything. I'm just telling you what I see in the cards. This is not going to be cut up into a part one or part two. It's going to be a full reading, and I have a feeling I'm going to take my time. So if you don't like long readings, play with this playback speed. Listen to it later and adjust the playback speed and listen to me on, 1.5 or 2. Okay. I see poison poured into the innocent mind. Not only the innocent mind, I don't want to say innocent mind, but you know what I mean, like into an open mind, right? Um, and this mind rises up into a glassy-eyed devotion. I feel like Rudy wanted a new beginning for himself, like he's on some sort of Valhalla, all shiny and chrome quest, a quest for the Holy Grail, a quest for this new world order, this new beginning. I feel like he's drunk the Kool-Aid as if he's some sort of knight in shining armor, some savior for the quest. Real crazy. Yeah. And delusional. I'm seeing changes coming towards Rudy Giuliani and charges. This is a woman who charges and commands. She can be a woman, but she can also represent a chief or someone in charge, law enforcement. Um, Thank you, Mickey. Law enforcement. Could also be a chief of staff here, because we got the wands here. These are staffs, and this is a chief in charge. Chief in charge, right? Didn't Mulvaney, who I said would be called in very soon to Congress a couple of weeks ago, didn't Mulvaney just say something really harmful, that's harmful to the child, harmful to Giuliani? He basically admitted to the whole the whole holding up funds to, God, what's the name of the country? It's not Syria. It's not. It's not Turkey. Ukraine. He admitted to it. I swear, I watched that, and you could see the sweat on his face as he was trying to gaslight everybody. They can't. I mean, they don't even believe their lies anymore. They don't buy it anymore, which is why they can't sell it. Um. So I'm seeing charges coming towards Rudy, right? Very soon, because this is like right now. Very soon, coming towards him, legal charges, and he's going to plead not guilty. He's going to say he's innocent. And a woman with dark hair in a professional position, or someone in some sort of like chief or general in charge of something. Could be a woman. Mostly I go for the woman, but you guys know in my readings it can be all these things that can play out, okay? We can't rule any of it out. She may be a foreign descent, will be involved in these charges. Her words send a command to arrest and to charge. Now this vitch, or this bitch, as Rudy and Trump like to call her, um, like I said, she could also represent a commander-in-chief or a chief of staff, and their words cause great harm to the innocence of the child, or to the validity of the child's word, or to his reputation and namesake. The words and the actions and the commands also cause great harm to Rudy and to Trump. and they will seek to malign the speaker of the words in every way possible, because anything goes, which is also the mantra and the banner that Rudy Giuliani wants to fulfill in his quest of his master's cause. A cause which endangers our trust, our vote, and our security, right? Puts us in harm's way. Basically, this is the deal that Rudy carved out for himself and was involved in. It puts us in harm's way in every way. It's a betrayal in every way. You must die so that I may live is the motto of this queen. And that's what Trump and Rudy's attitude is about it all. It's their attitude towards the Ukraine, it's their attitude towards Biden's son, it's their attitude towards America in general. Whatever, you must die so that I may live. No holds barred. Burn it all down and take it all. Crazy. I did pull some other cards, which I'm not going to bring up because it's too hard to put them in the screen. I'll just tell you that they told me that there was a friendship and a bond between the two, a collaboration before Trump became president, right? And they had a lot of faith and security in one another. There was a loyalty pledge to stay loyal no matter what and persevere against all temptation. And a fortuitous situation, and they made promises to each other to line their pockets and to exploit this opportunity, and these two greedy men would not pass that up for the world. So I guess that Rudy gets some sort of huge gift or position as a result of pulling off this Ukraine scheme, dirtying up Biden's son, and setting up the innocence of the original attackers or hackers on our 2016 election. And I feel there's some sort of oligarch pot of gold at the end of this rainbow for him. And also, Rudy's out of his mind. And so is Trump. Okay? They're just puppets of smarter people. Not that they're not dangerous, they're very dangerous, but they're not the most dangerous. Okay? Ultimately, the cards have told me that there's confidence, money, secrets, and schemes that were shared between them and Putin, um, but one will do a disservice to the other. There's no honor amongst these thieves. The cards say Rudy has completely swayed off his life purpose and has allowed himself to be swayed by bad foreign and domestic influences, and health-wise, psychologically, he's not right in the head. Normally, the Nine of Wands has bandages on his head. This particular one doesn't. His arm is his right arm is in a sling, so he has no support. He doesn't have the support of his his right arm. Thank you, Estelle. I'll try to do a reading again this weekend. Okay. I have to sometimes take a weekend to visit my dad or to just live my life. All right. So let's get back to this Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands represents currently, right now, for Rudy Giuliani. And this is where the cards start to separate future predictions, not only for Rudy Giuliani, but other things involved. And this card was reversed. This is representing, I feel, the shared mutual energy between Rudy and Trump most of all. However, it is Rudy's reading. It's supposed to be. Both feel that they're under attack and are being watched, and both are coming across as paranoid delusionals. There's something wrong with his head, and psychological help is advised by the cards for Rudy and for Trump. I feel Trump will be backing down from supporting Rudy. I feel Rudy will take the fall. You see how much in love and eager he is to fulfill his quest, and he's going to fall on the stakes for Trump to prove his devotion, his loyalty, to fulfill his pledge. Both men, however, will be behaving like caged animals in the coming days, weeks, months, crazier and crazier, more and more unhinged, becoming even more dug in and defensive about their moves, about their strategies, which are bad strategies. There's a lack of resources and support to protect Rudy's interests. Let's read from Rudy's point of view, but also it applies to Trump, okay? Amongst friends, amongst party, a lot of pointing fingers, as you can see here. These are the friends, these are the parties, the three amigos, the pointing of fingers. Can you guys see all the cards? All right. Um, and a lot of whistleblowers. A lot of whistleblowers. More I heard, so I'm going to repeat. There's a lot of pressure bearing down on both Rudy and Trump, and they both want to escape from it or get from under this pressure. A lot of it was frozen, so I'm going to try to repeat myself so you don't miss anything. He's very defensive. Problems on top of problems are coming towards him left and right because there's so many fingers pointing at him, so much more liability at Rudy, right? One more thing happens and it's over. That's what he's being warned, that's what he's being threatened, but he holds out to the better end. So does Trump. He's trying to find a new strategy, but having not learned his lesson from the past, he repeats an old play, same old tactics that didn't work the first time. Trying to sell you some bullshit is not going to work this time. Oh, it'll work with the stone cold hard believers because they want to believe it, but it won't work with anybody else who's right in the head. Trump repeats an old play too. They're both going down, and they're going to have to make a deal or throw themselves on the spike, on the stakes, to remain a loyal dog to their master, Putin. The Spillas are saying that Rudy is barred. Ooh, there may be some barring from, his practice. He's barred from foreign travel. Um, there's many fingers and whistleblowers pointing at him, and these three amigos, I feel, have specifically pointed fingers at him. And he's being set up for a fall, which he will willingly and devotedly do, as he promised to. Valhalla, all shiny. Of course, always rallies. It can represent protests. It can represent panic. It can represent that anywhere in the world. Okay? It's here. It's happening. How it plays out could happen in a myriad of different ways. I can't even begin to tell you right now. Trump is having rallies, and there's protests going on around the world. There's protests here. So apply it however it's in this time. But I specifically see in these cards that we're being laughed at, humiliated by three nations, three strong men laughing at how easy it was to take territory from us, to take our top prime position, our key position. So easy. And there's a lot of confusion. Hi, Beautiful. I always have to answer you. All right. There's a lot of confusion. Why is all this happening? The collective is saying this. The Republicans are saying this. Everybody is saying, why is all this happening? Why is he just capitulating to these guys? These he made me do it. A lot of them will sing out and say, pointing the finger at Rudy, pointing the finger at the president, not allowing them to. They don't want to take this fall. Rudy might, but I'm not stupid. But there's a lot of stupid present here, too. Can't rule any of the stupid out. Bad strategy to improve a situation. Don't be silly. We can improve this, but we can't. We lost prime location, we've lost prime position in foreign territory, and that ship has sailed. It was so easy. LOL. So easy. Yeah, it was. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, like she's doing, waiting and waiting and waiting to see when this party was gonna say enough is enough. But they let America get weakened like this. This is more diabolical than we probably even know. Than I'm willing to rack my brain to figure out. Um, it's just crazy to me. And I feel that's what we're all kind of like sighing and just going, what the fuck? But it's finally beginning to, at least that's what it takes, I guess. It's finally beginning to get the majority of the public to see Trump differently through different eyes now. So this Three Amigos card, or the lunatics, can represent being attacked at rallies. And I'm getting that two men, two politicians, and they wear red, are going to be attacked at rallies, verbally attacked, right? Verbally attacked, two men verbally attacked through words and rhetoric for the purpose of harming their potential, their future. That's probably, what's his name, the guy from Utah, the rich one, and that younger one, I don't know his name. But they're Republicans because they're speaking out against Trump. This card talks about people being under the sway of, or in mass delusion, and under the sway of someone who has a massive ego, a warped sense of self, and whose ideology will ruin them and run them into the ground. This is energy that's playing out amongst Rudy, Trump, all of us, the collective, and Trump's followers, and the party, the Republican Party. It says that there is new energy coming in to save us, right? To make a change, to transform the situation for the better. This energy will be Republican voices that will start to begin to help make the transition and the change, right? And we're going to be saying goodbye soon to the bad strategy. We're going to be saying goodbye soon to the bad strategy of this president. Dare I say, we may even get him removed with enough Republican help. So much buffering, guys. I'm sorry. All right. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Like I said, there's an energy that's coming in to remove this situation, and there's cries and calls, right, to the crazies to rise up and fall on the stake to save, create. It doesn't matter if they create wars abroad or here. The point is to weaken us from within and to take away our power abroad. And it's all playing out very well. Okay? Putin's a hell of a chess player. Um, there's three nines present in this reading, which tells me that Rudy is a severe drug addict and alcoholic, and I would say the same for Trump. I don't know if it's alcohol or if it's drugs, but there is severe addiction here, and I feel it applies to both men. Driving me nuts. This buffering's driving me nuts. The national security threat, both domestic and abroad, causes great anxiety for the collective here and abroad, and it's starting to sink in to the party. I tell you what I will do. I will redo this reading. I'll offer it only on my Patreon on my other camera, where there will be no buffering. So if you want to listen to it again, on my Patreon, or you can, make a donation to the channel. Any donation is fine, and I'll send you a link. Just make sure it's, worth my time, because, they take money out. Just don't make it like 25 cents or something insulting, because come on, that's insulting. Um, so yeah, I'll redo it again so that it doesn't have the buffering. But I'll Patreon, so please join me there. The link is in the description box, or anyone donating can listen to it. And again, you can be with your patients, listen to it right now, and without any sort of support. Okay, other than your views, which is wonderful, and I love it. Thank you. Okay, so let's get to the last card. Where's Rudy headed? Where's the situation headed? We got the Seven of Swords. I feel the end for Rudy is that he throws himself on these very spikes for Trump, because he's convinced himself he is some sort of hero to their cause. But he does so in a way that is very shifty and sneaky and shady. I feel he will pull a Manafort. He is definitely changing tactics, but this change of tactics will be to save himself. He's trying to talk his way out of a situation or out of trouble, but he will have to go behind someone's back in a sneaky way to give or gain information on another through spying or telling on another. He got the snitch card, which confirms that. Still, he's looking for a way out of this deal, right? That he's using to save himself. So his deal, his agreement, it cannot be trusted. It's very shifty and shady. Is Rudy Giuliani, and I feel that he will lie or betray the deal to save himself. Specifically, information he will give about foreign aid. And I see something that he's written or writing, shared, but it's all part of a scam. It's all part of a fraud. He's clever enough to pull it off. They all do. And they're going to offer some information having to do with fraud or foreign deals or foreign aid. He may confess or guilt to something and offer this information, but again, it will be untrustworthy. He knows he's watched and under surveillance. And he is watched and under surveillance. Still, he's being crooked and acting suspicious. Basically, the cards are saying he's signing his own death warrant. See the cemetery here? The the morgue or whatever that is. By doing this, I don't know a figurative or literal prediction, but I just picked that up. Because he may be playing a shifty game with all parties, with Trump, with with, the prosecutors. Says he's signing his own death warrant. Interesting. With a K at the end. Um, Plots and schemes and plans and unidealistic hopes that they'll play out, that they'll pay off. But big loss and regrets too. It's temporary. I feel like Rudy will go into some kind of seclusion or some sort of isolation. This could be prison. I don't feel like it's for a long, long time. I still don't want to say that's he pays a price for his schemes and plots. There's a lot of clinking of cups and celebration about this. Of Rudy's demise or Trump's demise and end, which is coming. It's coming. Soon we will breathe a sigh of relief, it's saying. However, and again I reiterate, the damage done for America is so great. There's a coming depression too. A coming depression is being called out. And this is going to make a group of people very happy. Right? That's my reading, guys. I'm going to listen back to it. If the buffering's really, really bad, I'll do what I said. No, I said I would do it. I'll do what I said. I will re-record this and put this on my Patreon without the buffering. And if you want to join, please do so and have that incentive that you can listen to this in better quality there. And anyone making a donation to the channel, if you request the video, the re-recording of this video. You could just say re-recording, please, and I will send you that as a thank you. So thanks for tuning in. I hope it didn't take too long. We got some new information, and let's see how it all plays out. Yeah. I'm worried about us. I'm really worried about America. I really am. I hate to leave you with that note, but I think we all need to start getting serious. All right, guys. Take care. God bless. Bye.